Good day to you, Madam Rosmani Musa. I am Premalata Chandrasekharan. My metric number is 600209 and I am from Group 7. Today we are going to do a presentation for our group assignment for title Unemployment in Tourism Industry from year 2019 until 2022. Let's start from the introduction. Malaysia unemployment rate dipped to 3.9% in April 2022 from 4.1% month earlier due to the increase in country employment numbers, while the unemployment figure declined as economic activities flourished due to the reopening of country borders in tandem with transition of COVID-19 endemic phase April 2022 from pandemic since 2019, according to the Department Statistics Malaysia. Economic activities such as tourism industry continue to flourish the Malaysia reopened international borders. Thus, the labour force condition in April 2022 strengthened further with the surge of 0.4 month to month to 16.5 million person March 2022, 16.44 million person. Malaysia number of employed person increased to 15.85 million in April 2022 from 15.77 million month earlier, while the number of unemployed individuals decreased to 649,300 from 669,300. Hence, the unemployment rate declined below 4% for the first time record 3.9 after 2 years COVID-19 pandemic in the country from 2019 to 2022. Furthermore, the inflow international tourists into Malaysia could be contribute the revival of the tourism industry, particularly in the accommodation and subsector. Besides the negativity of the depreciation of the Malaysian ringgit against the US dollar towards the economy, it may initiate a positive impact to the tourism sector in terms of the lower cost of tourists, and it will make a country as preferred holiday destination. Tourist spending also may facilitate small business to rebound after 2 years period of difficulties to the pandemic. This situation is seen to open more job opportunities since the business activities require more workers accommodate to the growing demand of the goods and services. Thus, the labour market is foreseen to be able to sustain since resiliency in the months to come. Let's see for the issue, challenges, solution and conclusion from my other group members. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Inisa Rao and my metric number is 600205. I am here to present about issue unemployment of tourism industry 2019 to 2022. China reported an epidemic of an unidentified pneumonia subtype in December 2019. The outbreak had become into a global public health emergency. The U.S. Centers of Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) identified a seafood market in Wuhan as the presumed outbreak hub in early January 2020. The market has been closed ever since. A temporary moniker of this new virus was COVID-19 2019 or novel coronavirus. 3 Chinese nationals who had entered Johor Bahru, Malaysia via Singapore on January 23, 2020 were the first COVID-19 case to be confirmed in Malaysia on January 25, 2020. Malaysia recorded 6,002 COVID-19 infection cases from a total of 32 million people, including 102 fatalities as of the end of April. Because of how dangerous the virus is, the World Health Organization (WHO) on January 30, 2020 proclaimed the COVID-19 outbreak a public health emergency of international concern on 30 January 2020. With its many connections to other industries, tourism plays a significant role in the production of jobs, especially for women, young people, migrant workers, rural communities, and indigenous people. As a result, tourism can contribute to a decrease in poverty as well as the promotion of socio-economic growth and respectable employment. But tourism can also have a negative influence on local communities, their heritage and the environment, aggravating inequality. If it's unmanaged, unsustainable, and not socially responsible. Table 1 below shows that the total number of COVID-19 cases around the world and Malaysia. As 50% of Malaysia tourists come from Singapore and China, the COVID-19 epidemic has shown the significant risk to the Visit Malaysia 2020 program. Numerous tours have been cancelled because of the rising COVID-19 instances in both nations, which has already resulted in significant decrease in visitors to Malaysia. The Malaysian Prime Minister declared the 4 phases of movement control, or the MCO, to fully contain the virus because it has anticipated that the number of COVID-19 cases will keep rising. Effective regulations to support the sector's players are essential because the bans during MC will further damage Malaysia's tourism industry. Employees and their job features, which are sector and location specific, have a significant impact on the risk likelihood of unemployment and related coping mechanisms. In the COVID-19 pandemic, it is discovered that young women, young people, and low-income, low-skilled groups experience disproportionately more financial difficulty, including higher unemployment rates and salary reduction than their counterparts. These vulnerable populations are overrepresented in jobs that are unofficial, pay low salaries, have no formal contracts, are self-employed or individual entrepreneurs, and are in micro or small firms, which is a crucial component of this outcome. Particularly among the tourism labor pool, low-skilled, casual, and temporary workers are thought to be the first to lose their jobs during pandemics. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Madam. My name is Fadli Hisham bin Sudin. My metric number is 600211, and I'm going to present about challenges. So, this is due to pandemic COVID-19. Then, because it is a worldwide pandemic, a new virus, and spread very fast throughout the world. So meaning we have basically no clue about this new virus, and yeah, at that time there is no vaccine. Due to COVID cases is increasing, so the government issued a movement control order, which is held in March 18, and then it continued until the end of the year. So meaning throughout this time, there's only 17 sectors is allowed to operate, but unfortunately, tourism sector is banned from operate during this time. During this MCO, we can see that Malaysian unemployment rate has been high starting from May 2020, and it's continued throughout the following month. This is due to a lot of sectors that are allowed not allowed to operate during this MCO need to close down their business because they do not have the return investment return the profit. So that's why they need to lay off their employee, and then in able to survive this during this time. A lot of businesses change their business operation to digitalize, but in order to do so, they need to have proper skills and infrastructure and also equipment, which is that a lot of small businesses does not have the skills and equipment. And during this MCO, only 17 sectors is allowed to operate, and sadly, tourism industry is not one of them. And we can see from above chart, so the Malaysian domestic tourism expenditure is been decreased drastically compared to 2019, which is seems we from the previous year we can see a number of increase from year to year, and 2020 the number is decreased drastically because no tourist is allowed during this period, during this COVID time. And from that below chart we can see there's a numbers of room cancellation, hotel room cancellation, and the numbers is up to 68 million ringgit Malaysia. There's a huge amount. So that's why hotel cannot survive this period. They receive a direct impact. In order to survive, government launched the Bencana economy plan, which is their main objective is to have these businesses to still continue, to still able to operate and keep holding during this hard time. Then lastly, we have challenged to convince people to get a COVID-19 vaccine, and we have and due to some of the anti-vaccine people that keep viraling it's not true news in the social media, which is giving the hard time, because if we cannot hit that 100% vaccine, the government is unable to open the other sectors, because we need to ensure that our surrounding is good before we can open back the operations. And then we have a issue to adjusting to new norm and new SOP, and also with new SOP that we need to compliance. We need to see how well the people to follow to comply with the new SOP. So that's this thing that a government need to review before they can reopen back this tourism industry. I think that's all for me. Thank you very much.
My name is Mahaleshmi Raghu. My metric number is 600167. Now I need to present about the solution. The Vehicle Subsidy Program (VSU) is included in the break-in package and provides employers of each enterprise with financial assistance to ensure that employees can continue to work. There are 322,177 employers and 2.64 million registered employers benefiting from PSU 1.0, which has achieved RM 12.96 billion in approved vehicle subsidies as of 11 February 2022. As a result, the Kita Prihatin package through PSU 2.0 have provided RM 1.41 billion to 81,190 employees to sustain and operate 717,854 employers. A further RM 3.7 billion was channeled to 162,071 employees via PSU 3.0 in order to retain 1.52 million workers. In addition, PSU 4.0 as channeled Rm 2.28 billion to 147,788 employers and 1.76 million employers under Pumuli package. Over the course of PSU 5.0, Rm 70.44 million was channeled to 1,744 employers to maintain 29,065 employers. Furthermore, under Budget 2022, Malaysia Short-Term Employment Program MyStep is offering 80,000 contract jobs, including 50,000 in the public sector and 30,000 in government-linked companies and strategic partners. Currently, 1,044 participants have been placed in the public sector and JLC. Jamin Kerja Employment Initiative under SOXO has also allocated Rm 2.0 billion for recruitment amongst Malaysian citizens in 2022. The government also plans to continue the reskilling and upskilling programs through various ministries and agencies with an allocation of Rm 1.1 billion to create 220,000 job opportunities by 2022. Additionally, the KPT cap, as a part of its effort to address the issue of unemployment graduates, as I said, a total of 90,266 graduates to find employment. Towards this end, the government will maintain the KPT cap initiative with an aim of offering 20,000 job opportunity by 2022. Additionally, the My Digital Workforce Impact Program successfully placed 313 individuals in technology and digital service jobs as of 11 February out a total of 2,381 applications. By promoting companies to hire local workers for technology job and digital service, the Malaysia government collaborate with Malaysian Digital Economies Corporation to improve the skills and capabilities of Malaysian workers subsidied for training, courses and incentive. Some more. The Relief and Residual Facilities TRRF was established to empower small and medium business SME affected in the service sector with a allocation of Rm 8.0 billion. Moreover, the allocation of Agro-Food Center provided by using Financial Institute Negara Malaysia, which aimed to power the modernization of the rural areas so that you can increase food protection and security as well as generated better income and appeal to more youthful entrepreneurs turned into a stand by way of Rm 500 million, totally Rm 2 billion of a allocation. Finally, the Majlis Amanah Rakyat MARA has added to expert entrepreneur development program to provide expert with possibilities to undertaking into entrepreneurship and understand the characters of business primarily based at the expertise. The financial scheme effort as much as Rm 500,000 financial limit for revolving capital gadget or change of enterprise premise. Further, the authorized through the informal and microfinancing scheme give financing up to Rm 10,000 at a person of zero earning in addition to a 12-month momentum to growth financial get enter to the business region, especially micro, SME, operate and casual scatter. In the period in between, the government has also allocated investment fund of 220 million to the Ladies Unique Business Financial Scheme program in Mara and Tekoni. Through Tekon National to assist ladies markets who were stricken by a COVID-19 in addition to grow their enterprise capacity. Meanwhile, as of the 11th February 2022, a complete of 26 and 379 SME turned into benefit with a cost Rm 12.59 billion toward the SME soft loan finance toward BNM, which constructed from specially elevation capacity, automation, digitalization facility, all financial region facility, and AF budget. Further, a complete of RM 91.8 million become channeled to 30,891 groups to support and encourage SME and technical and digital media cooperation to digitalize their operation and trade channels in the shape of present and loans for digitalization service subscription. Furthermore, as of 18 February 2022, a cost of RM 2.06 billion of total ensure have been permanented to 58 companies over the 89 companies applying for the ensure beneath the Dana Jami Prahatin granted chain, which target on the billables companies uh, in all scatter going through difficult because of the COVID-19. In the interim, a total of RM 21.72 million taken into channeled to use resource 902 micro SME through the Indian community. Entrepreneur improvement scheme that are strategic in initiative below the cone designed to assist the Indian community in engaging there. Economic system through engagement in enterprise and entrepreneurship. Also, beneath the agro bank microcredit financing scheme to asset inside the economic system, inside the agriculture and mills industry. A complete of 381 agriculture micro SME has been asserted, which regarding a complete of RM 241.70 million finance. As for the Panjana tourist financing, there was 378 applications turned into authorized with financing fees of RM 75 million. Later, complete of RM 3.88 million become founded to 589 recipients along with artists and enterprise who have been actively worried in the militia arts and ways of life enterprise as of 18 February 2022 through the Chandana Initiative, which become designed to help the artist's way of life and enjoyment quarter.
It was estimated that global tourism market has lost roughly 62 million jobs in 2020 due to the impact of COVID-19. In 2021, the career improved but still reported 44 million fewer jobs compared to 2019. Number 2. Overall, the Asian Pacific region recorded the most significant employer loss due to the COVID-19 pandemic, with the nearly 25.5 million fewer travel and tourism jobs in 2021 compared to 2019. In Malaysia itself, the most recent leading index, which indicated the direction of the country's economy, remained positive in February 2020, with the 2022 with the continuous economic activity. National labor force situation during the month strengthened, which saw the number unemployed person decreased by 30.6% to register 671.8 thousand person. Number 4, the transition to the pandemic phase is the exit strategy. They will allow the nation to return to near normal life after nearly 2 years to beating the pandemic. 5. 1st April 2022, Malaysia enters the transition to endemic phase with Malaysia reopen all the country national border. Number 6. By the reopen the border, the tourism sector start get back on track with the help from government agency, such as Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, MOTEC. With number 7, with the help from MOTEC in promotion, Malaysia is as one of the best destinations worldwide. It will increase the number of tourism alive. Eventually, when the number of tourism alive increase, the job for employment rate to tourism is also increased. That's all. Thank you.